Okay, question 17. Anna plans to spend $30 on balloons and party hats for her daughter's birthday party. Including tax, balloons cost $2 each and party hats cost $1.50 each. The number of party hats Anna needs is twice as many as the number of balloons. If X represents the number of balloons and Y represents the number of party hats, write a system of equations that can be used to represent this situation. So the first thing I want to tackle is the number of party hats Anna needs is twice as many as the number of balloons. So here, let's use our number sense for a second. Which one do we need more of? Hats or balloons? If you read the question appropriately, you should recognize you need more hats than balloons. So if I need 2 balloons, I need twice as many hats. So I need 4 hats, don't I? So the idea is to find out the number of hats, I multiply balloons by 2. So my equation for that is y equals 2 times x. So when I think about that equation, I'm going to graph that on my graph now. So for every y, I multiply x by 2. So when x is 0, y is also 0. So since my slope is 2, I go up 2, right 1 to get to the next point. So the next point is 1, 2. The next point is 2, 4. The next point is 3, 6. Then 4, 8. Then 5, 10. 6, 12. 7, 14. 8, 16. 9, 18. 10, 20. Now, technically, I've plotted every possible point on my graph from 0 to 10 because that's all the balloons that I can buy with this graph the way it is. Those are the only points that fit, but a line wouldn't really be appropriate in this situation because I can't buy a half a balloon. It doesn't make sense. So these are the possible combinations of balloons and party hats. So my next equation is about money. What are we spending on a balloon? We're spending $2. So that means 2x. We're spending $1.50 on party hats. So that's plus 1.5 y. And how much do we have to spend? Exactly $30. So equals 30. And this is when I'm going to fall back on my graphing calculator. So I want to graph this equation and then move that graph to my paper. So home screen, new doc, say no, and add a graph page. Now here, it's not in a y equals form, so I want to get rid of the equal sign and choose relation. So each balloon costs $2, so I start with 2x. Each party hat costs $1.50, so 1.5 y equals 30, and enter. So notice we don't see our graph, but this window doesn't look like our document window. So menu 4.1. If I change our window setting from 0 to 20 and count by ones, and then change the y's from 0 to 20 and count by ones. When I say okay, all of a sudden now I see my line. So menu 5, 3. I want to set my trace step to 1. Now when I do menu 5, 1, I get the points on my graph. So the first point I want is 0, 20. Then I want to plot all the lattice points. So I can't do this one. The next one I'm going to plot is 316. So from there, I go to my next point, 612, followed by 98. And to finish off our line, we go to 12.4, and finally 15.0. So now that I have all the points plotted, I can connect the dots to show my line. So this line represents the cost, and I want to label that line 2x plus 1.5y equals 30. We have our other line labeled y equals 2x. This graph is full credit. Notice the point of intersection where these two lines meet is 612. After graphing our system, it says state the coordinates of the point of intersection of your lines. Explain what each coordinate means in context of this problem. The 6 represents balloons. The 12 represents party hats. Now I can write a sentence to explain what happened. So Anna purchased 6 balloons and 12 party hats for a total cost of $30. So whenever you see explain, you have to write a complete sentence to get full credit. Not a paragraph, not a book. Get to the point, say what you know, and get credit for your hard work. By having the point of intersection labeled 612 and then stating that intersection in your explanation, this is full credit, 6 points for question number 17. And notice, this question was on the exam in January. So this is very similar to the type of questions they might ask on the next Regents exam.